What is going on, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. In this video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to install a short throw shifter in a 370Z. All right, let's get to it. All right, so I do have the short throw shifter here. This is the AMS brand from Z1 Motorsports, but depending on the brand, this bushing won't be pressed in, so just be aware of that. And also make sure you get some grease. I got some high temp grease. We don't have to get high temp, but when you do put these in, you do want to lube up in the middle, this guy right here, and you want to lube up this bushing around here as well. So all right, let's get to it. All right, so we're inside the Z now. This is not a 370Z shift knob. This is actually a 350Z shift knob. One thing that does suck about these 370s is that they lock tight on the shift knob. And yeah, I completely demolished this thing. Like, I tried using like some microfibers and some just vice grips to try and get it off, but it would just go right through the, I used like 2 or 3 towels and it still didn't work. So you have to use vice grips to get this thing off and just have to like twist it off. But after you do that, it's pretty simple. You're just able to, first things first, obviously you want to just twist off your shift knob. All right. And then I will show you the next step here in a second. And then what you're going to want to do is, if you just grab right here at the bottom of the console here and just pull up, this will just pop right out. And then what you want to do is just pull this guy out. You're going to have a couple harnesses back here. All you're going to want to do is just unhook them. Actually, it is one harness. My bad. I thought it was a couple, but it's only one right here that just connects right here. So all you got to do is just take that one harness off, and this guy will be free. So you just want to set this guy aside for now, and then I'll show you guys the next step. All right, so when you get to this point, you're going to see 4 bolts down here, one at each corner. So one's there, one's here, and then one is right there. Kind of hard to see, but you can kind of see them right there. There's just 4 bolts that are right there. You just want to go ahead and take those out. So the bolts to remove these 4 are a 10 millimeter, just to let you know. And it's pretty nice to use a swivel because it is kind of hard to get in those places down there. But once you get those 4 out, you should just be able to pop this loose. You might have to like give it a little force. This whole thing will basically just pop loose and just pull this whole rubber boot out with this little metal plate on it. Also, when you do take this off, there are these little clips that are on the side. That bolt right up, like up on here. So what we want to do is just pinch the edges on them and just slide it right out. They came pretty much right out. I mean, so they came out pretty good. So when you get to this point, you want to just pull this rubber boot back. We're gonna get to the guide plate here. Just pull it out, and then what you're gonna see is these 3 bolts again right here, and you want to take off all 3 of those right there. Also, these are a 10 millimeter as well, all 3 of these. So yeah, let's get to it. All right, and then once you get all 3 of those out, you want to look at the guide plate, and you can see the little bump that's right there and the arrow that's pointing to the right. That's how it should go back in, because when you go into 5th gear, this little notch right here will hit this guide plate and go into 5th, if that makes sense. So remember, when you put this back in, to put it back in this way. So at this point, you want to jack your car up, and I will show you where the bolt is underneath the car here in a second. So you can see right up here, if you pop this boot back, you'll see a bolt right here, and there'll be a nut on the other side. What you want to do is just unloosen this guy right here, and then the whole shifter should be free. All right, and then once you get that bottom one out, this guy should be free. We just want to pull it out real quick. And yeah, my bushing was pretty bad. It was leaking pretty good down there. So we're going to get rid of this one for sure. And we're going to put the new one in down there. And all you're going to want to do is you're going to want to grease up around the ball here. You can see in the inside. It's kind of hard. I can't put my finger there right now, but put that there. And then around the outside of the bushing as well, you want to put some grease in there and fit this in. And yes, you want to put the little notch and the little area where the bushing ends, that rubber piece, to the passenger side. So yeah, let's get to it. All right, so once you get the 12 millimeter bolt tightened down on the bottom, you want to put the boot back on the bottom, and then go and basically do the reverse order you did taking it off. So we're going to put the guide plate on, make sure the notch is facing towards the passenger side right there. And then you want to put on these 10 millimeters, these 3 10 millimeters, and then you're going to want to put on the boot real quick. And then you're going to want to slide on this that has the 4 bolts as well, and then pop back on your center console, and you should be good to go. Sorry, this is not focusing. All right, let's get a time lapse going. What is going on, everybody? I'm going to do a little quick test driving ability wise on the AMS short throw shifter. So I'm in first gear here, and shifting the car feels really good. I'm recording this like a week or two after I've already put the short throw shifter in, and I'm going to say this right now, this car has completely been transformed with the short throw shifter. It shifts in super nice, like it clicks in like super well, and it feels super smooth, super solid. I would highly suggest this short throw shifter. It's very good. So here's like a little cockpit view, third gear. As you can see there, it's really short and it clicks in super well. Here's fourth gear. Very nice day out here in Minnesota. We're finally at summer now, and yeah, it's gonna be freaking awesome. I'm going to Orlando FD here in next week actually, so a video on FD will be coming to the channel pretty soon. But overall, let's get back to the short throw shifter. This thing is awesome. Like, I'm gonna downshift here in a second after I get done with this turn. Ooh, a little backfire there. So overall, the shift knob is great. There is one little downside to it. There is a little bit of shift knob rattle. If you guys have 370s, you guys kind of know that there is a little shift knob rattle even with the stock one. Especially if you get an aftermarket shift knob or a short throw shifter, there is a little bit of rattle. There's really not much you can do about that. That's really the only downside to the shift knob. But overall, it shifts in really nice. Super great upgrade. Definitely one of the best upgrades you can do for any car, honestly, in my opinion, is doing a short throw shifter. Clicks in really nice. It was not very hard to install. It only takes like about an hour. Like, it really doesn't take very long. And tools, I mean, you really only need the 10 and 12 millimeter sockets, and that's really about it. I mean, everything else pops out pretty easily. Just a harness clip, a harness, that's it, really. Yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe and comment down below for any other ideas you guys want me to do in the future, and I will see you guys in the next one. Also, stay tuned. Like I said, I am going to FD Orlando next week. And I also got the Skyline out of storage, so I'm going to be doing videos on that as well. So make sure you stay tuned, and thanks for watching.